When they're together, Will's comfortable with that. Will's comfortable with someone f***ing his wife when he's there. Is when he's not there is the insecurities.
Bilal told me,
Go ahead.
Jada, he told me that you knew Will was f***ing your child. Yes, he did.
Because of this new lawsuit filed against Jada Pinkett Smith, it has finally been established that Jaguar Wright and Uncle Bilal were not lying about the sinister activities that were taking place around Will and Jada. After reading those court documents, I came to the realization that this is the very first time that these assertions have been put in writing within a legal document and that their name has been attached to it. In all honesty, the contents of that lawsuit make all of the previous rumors appear to be of little consequence. At this point, allow me to guide you through this process step by step because everything is beginning to fall into place in an odd manner. From the warnings issued by Jaguar to the interviews conducted by Uncle Bilal, from the threats to the allegations of sexual misconduct, and even the claims that people deem to be nonsense regarding Will's way of life. Now, let's deal with the most important aspect of the lawsuit. According to Bilal Salam, Jada warned him that if he continued to discuss her private matters, he would suffer the consequences of either missing or being shot. It is said that this took place right at the birthday party that Will was attending at the common area of the Regency Calabasas, with Jada rolling up on him with approximately 7 people surrounding her from all sides. Now, before we get into what that threat is connected to, let me tell you why this moment hit hard for a lot of people. Jaguar Wright stated back a few months ago that Bilal told her that he was afraid for his life. According to her, the Smith family had a way of putting people out of their minds. According to her, Bilal witnessed things that he was not supposed to see. In addition, she stated that he did not wish to make a public statement because the repercussions are very real. In addition, the subsequent events in the lawsuit take this matter to an even greater level because they establish a pattern rather than a singular instance. Jada allegedly began a full-scale campaign of retaliation against Bilal after he refused to assist her in crisis management following the Oscars slap. This is according to the lawsuit. Specifically, he claims that she attempted to break him down on a social, financial, emotional, and public level. This particular line of reasoning is in agreement with what Jaguar stated in the same interview. She is said to have asserted that Jada behaves in a manner more akin to someone who has handlers and systems in place to punish those who disobey the family. And now comes the most bizarre part. According to Bilal, he did not agree to perform certain tasks for the family because he believed that they were either illegal, unethical, or morally compromising. Despite the fact that he does not elaborate on the specifics in the lawsuit, that line alone is quite weighty, extremely weighty. I can assure you that this is a perfect connection to the following section, which is the one that the majority of people came to this video for. After this point, things start to get out of hand. Jada is accused of lying in public about Will's behavior, according to Bilal. Bilal claims that Jada's statement that she had never witnessed Will engaging in any kind of sexual activity with men was a fabrication when she made it on TMZ, mainly due to the fact that he had already distributed a video clip that went viral, in which Will is seen allegedly groping Alfonso Rivera, nipple and butt in front of Jada and her children. This is the point at which Jaguar's previous statements come back to haunt them like a boomerang. According to her, the Smiths were members of a private Hollywood circle in which everything was strictly controlled, organized, secretive, and protected. She also stated that the lifestyle was very secretive. After that, out of the blue, Bilal makes a public announcement about something even more weighty. He threatened to make public the names of the individuals whom she had used devices on at private parties if Jada did not file a lawsuit against him within the next 2 weeks. At this point, everything begins to appear less like random gossip and more like a connected puzzle. This is due to the fact that Jaguar stated the same thing, which is that Jada had parties, that toys were involved, and that big names were present. You are not required to believe it, but you are required to acknowledge that the timing is absolutely insane. Please allow me to demonstrate how far this goes. In yet another video that has been rediscovered, Bilal asserts that Will assaulted Jada in the past after he discovered her with Mark Anthony. According to him, Jada required facial surgery because the beating was so severe. Keep in mind that Jaguar has made statements that are comparable as we move forward. According to her, she had heard that the Smith house was a chaotic place behind the scenes and that fights frequently took place. This brings up the point. The same kind of covert way of life is being claimed by two people who are close to them, and more people are coming forward with their claims. It was not enough for Jada to simply deny the allegations when she responded. She stated that Bilal had previously attempted to extort them. In the past, he has attempted to implement this money shakedown. He did not accept the money that Will was willing to give him, which could be a certain amount or something else entirely. The entirety of this predicament can be attributed to that. Furthermore, she stated that they are bringing a lawsuit against Bilal for spreading false stories, particularly the claim that Will and Dwayne Martin are involved. However, before we proceed, it is important to note that this is the very same thing that Bilal asserts she has always done. First, publicly deny him, then discredit him, and finally put pressure on him behind the scenes. This particular pattern, according to him, is the reason he filed the lawsuit. If he is telling the truth, then why would he put his real name on a lawsuit that is worth $3 million? Why put yourself in danger of going to jail for defamation? Why should we exert even more effort after Jada has publicly threatened to take legal action? Now, let's move on to a topic that most people do not want to discuss, but we have no choice but to do so. In a recent statement, Jaguar stated that Bilal had informed her that Will had caused harm to other young men, including Bryce Gray and even Meek Mill, and that Jada was aware of this. These are very lofty assertions. Nothing was made public, including a police report, a court case, or any physical evidence. I feel compelled to bring them up because they have been a part of the conversation that Jaguar and Bilal have been having for many years. It appears that the inside stories are being pushed toward the public for the very first time, and this lawsuit is the first time that this has happened. Jaguar's statement that Bilal was always pleading for assistance is one of the things that makes this situation even more emotionally charged. Not a single person believed him. As a result of this lawsuit, people are suddenly paying attention to what is going on. According to the comedian Corey Holcomb, Will is a member of a covert Hollywood group consisting of men who are out of the public eye and who protect one another and keep everything hidden. Clearly, this demonstrates the pattern. People who have worked in the same environment will continue to describe the same world. In a world where there are no consequences, non-disclosure agreements, secret parties, and unusual habits. Also, we are currently facing a lawsuit that is putting all of this under the microscope. As soon as Jada's book was published, Will stated that her revelations jolted him awake and revealed the true nature of her character. This occurred around the same time that Bilal resumed his regular conversation. At the same time, additional old stories began to make their way back into the public consciousness. It's almost as if everything is slowly falling apart as one piece after another. Allow me to bring it all the way back before we continue with this discussion. Over the course of several live streams, Jaguar Wright stated that Bilal was aware of the truth, but that he did not wish to die for speaking out. He was reportedly terrified of the Smith family and the Hollywood machine that was behind them, according to her. And at this very moment, he is writing everything down. Names are being called out by him. Jada is being accused of being emotionally abusive, threatening, lying, and intimidating by him. Will is being accused of things that are consistent with previous rumors. He is claiming that if they continue to attack him, more will be dropped. Jaguar was not having a lie. What Uncle Bilal said was not a lie. Everyone was being cautioned by them. As for the first real smoke signal, this lawsuit is the first one. Moreover, as we are all aware, whenever there is smoke, there is something that is burning. The magnitude of this entire situation is growing with each passing day. In addition, I will make sure to keep up with each and every update that is released. Consequently, I would appreciate it if you would like the video, leave a comment, and share your thoughts with me. Is it possible that Bilal is telling the truth? Or is this all just a Hollywood hoax?